An American Dictionary of the English Language. By Noah Webster. Legum Doctor. First published in 1828, in 2 volumes. Letter A. From absolving to abstraction. Absolving. Participle of the present tense. Setting free from a debt or charge. Acquitting, remitting. Abstinent. Adjective. See abstinence. Wide from the purpose. Contrary to reason. Abstinus. Adjective. Latin absinus. Ab and sinus, sound. Unmusical or untunable. Martin Fotherby. Absorb. Verb transitive. Latin absorbaho. Ab and sorbaho. To drink in. Arabic sharaba. Ethiopic sarabe, or sharabe. Edom. Rabbinic Hebrew, saraf. To draw, or drink in. Whence syrup. Sherbet, shrub. 1. To drink in, to suck up, to imbibe. As a sponge, or as the lacteals of the body. 2. To drink in, swallow up. Or overwhelm with water, as a body in a whirlpool. 3. To waste wholly, or sink in expenses. To exhaust. As, to absorb, an estate in luxury. 4. To engross, or engage wholly. As, absorbed in study, or the pursuit of wealth. Absorbability. Noun. A state, or quality of being absorbable. Absorbable. Adjective. That may be imbibed, or swallowed. Robert Kurz, Lavoisier. Absorbed. Or absorbed. Participle passive. Imbibed, swallowed. Wasted, engaged. Lost in study, wholly engrossed. Absorbent. Adjective. Imbibing, swallowing. Absorbent. Noun. In anatomy, a vessel. Which imbibes, as the lacteals. Lymphatics and inhaling arteries. In medicine, a testaceous powder, or other substance. Which imbibes, the humors of the body. As chalk, or magnesia. Encyclopedia. Absorbing. Participle of the present tense. Imbibing, engrossing, wasting. Absorption. Noun. The act, or process of imbibing, or swallowing. Either by water, which overwhelms, or by substances, which drink in, and retain liquids. As the absorption of a body, in a whirlpool. Or of water by the earth. Or of the humors of the body, by dry powders. It is used also, to express the swallowing up, of substances by the earth. In chasms made by earthquakes, and the sinking of large tracts, in violent commotions of the earth. 2. In chemistry. The conversion of a gaseous fluid into a liquid, or solid, by union with another substance. Dr. Andrew Ure. Absorptive. Adjective. Having power to imbibe. Dr. Erasmus Darwin. Abstain. Verb intransitive. Latin abstinho, to keep from. Abs, and tenaho, to hold. See tenent. In a general sense, to forbear. Or refrain from, voluntarily. But used chiefly to denote, a restraint upon the passions, or appetites. To refrain from indulgence. Abstain from meats, offered to idols. Acts, chapter 15. To abstain, from the use of ardent spirits. To abstain from luxuries. Abstemious. Adjective. Latin abstemious. From abs, and tematum. An ancient name of strong wine. According to Fabius and Gellius. But Vossius supposes it to be from abstinho, by a change of end to m. It may be, from the root of timaho, to fear. That is, to withdraw. Sparing in diet. refraining from a free use of food and strong drinks. Instances of longevity are chiefly among the abstemious. John Arbuthnot. 2. Sparing in the enjoyment of animal pleasures of any kind. This sense is less common, and perhaps not legitimate. 3. Sparingly used, or used with temperance. Belonging to abstinence. As an abstemious diet. An abstemious life. Abstemiously. Adverb. Temperately, with a sparing use of meat or drink. Abstemiousness. Noun. The quality of being temperate or sparing in the use of food and strong drinks. This word expresses a greater degree of abstinence than temperance. Absterge. Verb transitive. Absterge. Latin abstergo. Of abs and tergo, to wipe. Tergo may have a common origin with the Swedish torka, Greek trochnen, Dutch drogen, Saxon drogon, to dry. For these Teutonic verbs signify to wipe as well as to dry. To wipe, or make clean by wiping. To cleanse by resolving obstructions in the body. Used chiefly as a medical term. Abstergent. Adjective. Wiping, cleansing. Abstergent. Noun. A medicine which frees the body from obstructions. As soap. But the use of the word is nearly superseded by detergent. Which see. Abstersion. Noun. From Latin abstergo, abstersus. The act of wiping clean. Or a cleansing by medicines which resolve obstructions. See deterge, detersion. Francis Bacon. Abstersive. Adjective. Cleansing, having the quality of removing obstructions. See detersive. Abstinence. Noun. Latin abstinentia. See abstain. In general, the act, or practice of voluntarily refraining from, or forbearing any action. Abstinence from everything, which can be deemed labor. William Paley's philosophy. More appropriately. 2. The refraining from an indulgence of appetite. Or from customary gratifications of animal propensities. It denotes a total forbearance. As in fasting, or a forbearance of the usual quantity. In the latter sense, it may coincide with temperance. But in general, it denotes a more sparing use of enjoyments than temperance. Besides, abstinence implies previous free indulgence. Temperance does not. Abstinent. Adjective. Refraining from indulgence, especially in the use of food and drink. Abstinently. Adverb. With abstinence. Abstinence. A sect, which appeared in France and Spain in the 3rd century. Who opposed marriage, condemned the use of flesh meat. And placed the Holy Spirit in the class of created beings. Abstract. Verb transitive. Latin abstraho. To draw from, or separate. From abs, and traho. Which is the English draw. See draw. 1. To draw from, or to separate. As to abstract an action from its evil effects. To abstract spirit from any substance by distillation. But in this sense, extract is now more generally used. 2. To separate ideas by the operation of the mind. To consider one part of a complex object. Or to have a partial idea of it in the mind. John Horne took. 3. To select or separate the substance of a book or writing. To epitomize or reduce to a summary. Isaac Watts. 4. In chemistry, to separate. As the more volatile parts of a substance by repeated distillation, or at least by distillation. Abstract. Adjective. Latin abstractus. Separate, distinct from something else. an abstract idea.
In metaphysics, is an idea separated from a complex object,
or from other ideas, which naturally accompany it.
As the solidity of marble, contemplated apart from its color or figure.
Encyclopedia.
Abstract terms are those which express abstract ideas,
as beauty, whiteness, roundness,
without regarding any subject in which they exist. Or, abstract terms are the names of orders, genera, or species of things, in which there is a combination of similar qualities.
Dougald Stewart.
Abstract numbers are numbers used without application to things,
as 6, 8, 10.
But when applied to anything, as 6 feet, 10 men, they become concrete.
Abstract, or pure mathematics,
is that which treats of magnitude or quantity, without restriction to any species of particular magnitude,
as arithmetic and geometry. Opposed to which is mixed mathematics,
which treats of simple properties and the relations of quantity, as applied to sensible objects, as hydrostatics, navigation, optics, etc.
Encyclopedia. 2.
Separate, existing in the mind only, as an abstract subject,
an abstract question, and hence difficult, abstruse. Abstract. Noun. A summary, or epitome,
containing the substance, a general view,
or the principal heads of a treatise or writing. Isaac Watts. 2. Formerly, an extract, or a smaller quantity, containing the essence of a larger. In the abstract.
In a state of separation, as a subject considered, in the abstract.
Id est.
Without reference to particular persons or things.
Abstracted.
Participle passive.
Separated, refined.
Exalted, abstruse.
Absent in mind. John Milton, John Donne. Abstractedly. Adverb.
In a separate state, or in contemplation only.
John Dryden. Abstractedness. Noun. The state of being abstracted. Richard Baxter. Abstractor. Noun. One who makes an abstract, or summary. Abstracting. Participle of the present tense. Separating, making a summary. Abstraction. Noun. The act of separating, or state of being separated. 2.
The operation of the mind, when occupied by abstract ideas. As when we contemplate some particular part, or property of a complex object,
as separate from the rest.
Thus, when the mind considers the branch of a tree by itself, or the color of the leaves, as separate from their size or figure, the act is called abstraction. So also, when it considers whiteness, softness, virtue, existence, as separate from any particular objects.
Encyclopedia.
The power which the understanding has of separating the combinations which are presented to it, is distinguished by logicians by the name of abstraction.
Dougald Stewart. Abstraction is the groundwork of classification,
by which things are arranged in orders, genera, and species.
We separate in idea the qualities of certain objects, which are of the same kind, from others, which are different in each, and arrange the objects having the same properties in a class or collected body. 3.
A separation from worldly objects.
A recluse life, as a hermit's abstraction. 4. Absence of mind, inattention to present objects. 5. In the process of distillation.
The term is used to denote the separation of the volatile parts, which rise, come over, and are condensed in a receiver, from those which are fixed. It is chiefly used when a fluid is repeatedly poured upon any substance in a retort, and distilled off to change its state or the nature of its composition.
William Nicholson.
Next page begins with abstractive.
Original source text is in the public domain. This audio recording, including AI-assisted narration, restoration, and editorial structure, is copyrighted 2026 by Muse of Folios. All rights reserved. Absolving. 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 Absonant. 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 Absonus. 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 Absorb. 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 Absorbability. 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 Absorbable. 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 Absorbed. 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 Absorbent. 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 Absorbing. 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 Absorption. 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 Absorptive. 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 Abstain. 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 Abstemious. 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 Abstemiously. 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 Abstemiousness. 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 Absturge. 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 Absturgent. 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 Abstersion. 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 Abstersive. 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 Abstinence. 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 Abstinent. 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 Abstinently. 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 Abstinence. 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 Abstract. 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 Abstracted. 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 Abstractedly. 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 Abstractedness. 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 Abstractor. 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 Abstracting. 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 Abstraction. Abstraction. Abstraction.